Under thunderous applause, the veil fell, revealing her exotic beauty. Her mysterious dances, filled with grace and enigma, captivated the audience. She drew officers, diplomats, and spies to her like moths to a flame, who saw in her not just a muse, but also a tool for achieving their own ends. She was known as Mata Hari, a name that became a legend. Mata Hari's real name was Margaretha Zelle. She was born on August 7, 1876, in Leeuwarden, the Netherlands, to Adam Zelle, a hatmaker, and his wife, Antje. Her father was known for his love of luxury, which allowed the family to live comfortably for a brief period. However, fortune soon turned against them. Bankruptcy and her mother's death drastically altered Margaretha's destiny. As a young woman, she faced many hardships, including separation from her family and the challenge of finding her footing in life. Her childhood was not devoid of bright moments. At the age of 6, her father gifted her a goat-drawn carriage. This gesture amazed those around her, and the little girl with almond-shaped eyes and tanned skin looked like a true Eastern princess. However, such episodes were mere fleeting glimpses of happiness. When she was sent to Leiden to study as a teacher, her education was abruptly cut short by a scandal involving the school's director. According to some accounts, the headmaster behaved inappropriately toward the 15-year-old Margaretha. This incident sparked public outrage, but the consequences fell on Margaretha herself. She was forced to leave the school. Although the scandal did not lead to any legal repercussions for the director, it cast a shadow over Margaretha's reputation and significantly impacted her future. She never returned to formal education, which later compelled her to seek unconventional ways of earning a living and finding herself. In 1895, at the age of 19, Margaretha married Rudolf MacLeod, a Dutch colonial army officer 20 years her senior. Initially, their relationship seemed romantic, but reality soon shattered this illusion. MacLeod was a man of difficult temperament, plagued by alcoholism and known for his fiery temper. Frequent arguments, his numerous infidelities, and physical abuse made their married life unbearable. Moreover, he often accused Margaretha of attracting too much attention from other men. Their situation worsened during their time in Java, where they struggled with the challenges of colonial life. What was initially intended as a rescue for Margaretha turned into a nightmare, ultimately leading to the couple's separation. The family moved to Java, where Margaretha gave birth to 2 children. Tragically, their son Norman died from poisoning. Some sources suggest this was an act of revenge by their household staff. This tragedy further strained their relationship, and in 1902, the couple officially divorced. After the divorce, Margaretha found herself in Paris, searching for a new path in life. Immersing herself in the bohemian world, she drew inspiration from her memories of Java and began studying Eastern dance, blending Javanese movements with European theatrical presentation. To stand out among numerous performers, she crafted an exotic legend about her origins, claiming that her mother was an Indian princess and that she had been trained in temple dances from a young age. These fabricated stories, while far from the truth, helped her gain her first admirers. Soon she encountered wealthy patrons who helped her secure performances at prestigious venues in Paris, such as the Musée Guimet. Her debut was so successful that newspapers began writing about her, praising not only her dances but also her audacity. She performed nearly nude, a bold challenge to the societal norms of the time. Inspired by her memories of Java, she created the persona of a dancer with an exotic backstory. Thus, Mata Hari was born, a name that means Eye of the Day in Malay. Her veil dances created a sensation. Audiences were mesmerized by her grace and mystery. She claimed that her art was rooted in ancient Indian temple rituals. In truth, her knowledge of Indian culture was superficial, derived from books and impressions of Java. Yet her extraordinary charisma, stage presence, and natural charm transformed these half-truths into convincing narratives. She spoke about herself with such confidence that even knowledgeable individuals accepted her fabrications as fact. For example, in Paris, her dances were not just seen as art, but as genuine prayers, filled with passion and enigmatic spirituality, making her performances a true sensation. Mata Hari became a dazzling star of the Belle Époque. Her performances, often attended by Europe's most influential figures, kings, diplomats, and military officials, earned her immense wealth. She performed in luxurious theaters and at private parties, leading a lavish lifestyle in the finest hotels of Paris, Amsterdam, and Berlin, surrounded by admirers who frequently showered her with expensive gifts. Her patrons included prominent politicians and businessmen willing to generously pay for her company and performances. Some historians suggest that she not only captivated audiences, but also entered romantic relationships with wealthy men, enabling her to maintain her extravagant lifestyle. Her connections with high-ranking individuals played a pivotal role in her fate, especially during wartime, when every word and meeting could be interpreted as espionage. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 marked a turning point in her life. Financial difficulties and waning interest in exotic dances forced her to seek new ways to earn a living. Her relationships with military and diplomatic figures attracted the attention of intelligence agencies. In 1917, she was arrested and accused of passing secret information to the enemy. The trial was brief and biased. Her connections with influential men were used against her, while the evidence remained flimsy. Nonetheless, she was sentenced to death. On October 15, 1917, Mata Hari was executed by a firing squad. She refused a blindfold, declaring that she wanted to face her death with dignity. Her calm and proud demeanor deeply impressed the soldiers in the firing squad. According to legend, in her final moments, she blew a kiss to the soldiers before the shots rang out. After her execution, her body was donated to the Sorbonne's medical faculty for anatomical study. Mata Hari's head was displayed in Paris's Anatomical Museum for years, though it mysteriously disappeared in 1954, presumed lost or stolen. This only added to the mystique surrounding her story, which continues to intrigue and spark debates to this day. Following her death, Mata Hari became a legend. Her image as a femme fatale, a spy, and a dancer became a symbol of the era. Yet historians argue that her espionage activities were greatly exaggerated and her trial unjust. Mata Hari remains in memory as a victim of her time and societal prejudices, a vivid yet tragic example of how myths can overshadow reality. Subscribe to our channel to uncover more captivating stories and share your thoughts about this dramatic tale in the comments. Your feedback inspires us to create even better content.